Mhm.
This is a real-time exam situation in which wherein you're coming across this passage and then you have these different questions. All right.
Mhm.
You have
Right.
true, false, not given. You have this summarizing and you have this multiple choice. All right.
Mhm.
So there are three different types of questions that you're coming across. You're coming across multiple choice, you're coming across summarizing, and you're coming across true, false, not given.
Mhm.
Correct? Got it?
Right.
Now, the point is that when you are, so the point is that we have to skim the entire passage, right?
Mhm.
We have to work on
Right.
every paragraph. We have to do the underlining, circling, etc., etc., and we have to, make a note of the central idea of every paragraph and that of the entire
Mhm.
passage,
Mhm.
right? Now, my point is that true and false not given, we'll try later.
Mhm.
Summarizing question
Mhm.
that you have over here.
Mhm.
All right. This is one, and the second one is multiple choice.
Mhm.
Remember, understand what I'm trying to say. When you are skimming the passage, when you're working on every paragraph and making a note of the central idea,
Mhm.
what you can do is, even
Mhm.
before going through the passage, just do this.
Mhm.
Getting it? Why did we do this? We did this because when you're working on each of the paragraphs, जैसे जैसे आप paragraphs पे work करते हो, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कौन सी वाली paragraph is talking about Matt Keller and preliminary findings. So the moment you're working on that paragraph, you can answer this question simultaneously. Correct? This is one. Uske baad, when you're working on the final paragraph, you can work on this. And then writer's main aim, तो ये तो पूरी passage पढ़ने के बाद ही पता चलेगा. तो this is how the time can be actually conserved and reserved. Did you get it? What I'm trying to say?
Yep.
This is one thing. Second thing, if you look at the, so let us start. You can take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this.
Give me 1 second. Done.
Done? Great.
Yep.
Now take a screenshot of this.
Done.
ठीक है, चलो. We are not even touching the true false. वो उसी की तरह
Okay.
रहने दो आप. जब हम skim कर रहे हैं ना passage को, we'll try to work on the multiple choice questions and we'll also try to work on the
Mhm.
summary question. So start with the first paragraph and tell me what you understand. Correct?
Mhm.
So in this particular paragraph, it is trying to say that the author is not that tech savvy. He's not that good with the use of technology, and so he's basically allowing his kids and children to explore the option. So he's trying to say that his generation, obviously it happens, our generation is
Mhm.
way better with technology, with the use of technology when it comes in comparison to others. All right.
Mhm.
Now, this is the first paragraph. Now, just quickly, let's take a look at the summarizing question. Okay,
Mhm.
nowhere it is talking about that. Leave it. So moving on to next paragraph. Work on this.
What's the meaning of dexterity?
Skillful. Dexterity means you're skillful. You're skilled.
Okay.
Okay, you're an expert, basically an expert. So this particular paragraph is again trying to talk more about, you can say, so they are trying to find out that why is it that the kids of this generation are so skillful with the use of technology. Why are they such experts with the use of technology? So is it because they are born and brought up in such a surrounding wherein they are exposed, they are having substantial exposure to such use of technology, or is it because um, uh, they have this innate ability? Okay, so they are basically questioning, right? Trying to find out that what could be the roots or what could be the source of this skillfulness or this expertise in kids. Okay.
Okay.
All right, moving on to next paragraph.
Okay, so it is talking about like what they used to do first, like Nicholas, and what they are you doing now. Like first, they initiated a program, one laptop per child, but now they're writing and as an experiment, as so both my science fiction.
See, if you see, it's saying a few years ago, Nicholas N., formerly of the MIT, co-founded a group known as One Laptop for Child, which has been successfully
Yeah.
distributing ultra-cheap computers. Okay, but now
Yep.
a fellow researcher, Matt Keller, who previously worked, have launched an experiment so bold it might be science fiction. So they are not saying about the fiction actually, but they are saying that they have launched an experiment.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So this paragraph, definitely the third paragraph would not give you the answer to the first question in MCQ. I think the second would. Just work on this one, this paragraph. So this is basically talking about the steps of the experiment, right? They kind of, distributed and disseminated iPads, boxed iPads in very remote areas where people are, where people and kids, they do not have any previous exposure to the use of technology. People, they've never heard about it. So they are completely blind when it comes to the use of technology, right? Just to see, how the kids and the people, they react or they respond. And then if you look at this paragraph, you will see it talks about the result. Read it. Sorry.
That's okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So
So what is this talking about?
what they did with those boxes, they
Right.
unpacked those
And if you see
boxes
that,
and what.
yes, even if they did not have any prior exposure to the use of technology, even if, they did not have any idea, they were not, educated about the use of technology or technical stuff, then also if you see, it says that, sorry, that, they could actually do things with the iPad, right? Then in both villages, activity coalesced around a couple of child leaders who made the mental leap to explore those tablets, taught others what to do, right? So this is the result. Okay, so can we go to the multiple choice question and see if we can answer this? We cannot. Preliminary findings suggest. So I think it would be there. So these are the findings, right?
Right.
Now work on this. I think this will answer. Work on this one.
So what, like how the children uses those laptops? It is saying that. So I think the result
Exactly.
is in the,
So they were not
yes.
doing it in isolation. Like if you go in the Western countries, you would find that, the kids, they basically use the technology or they use these technical gadgets in isolation.
Yes.
They sit somewhere in the corner of the room. I mean, I have seen actually. So you will see that, the kids, many kids are playing, and then there will be one tech savvy kid who will kind of, go to the corner of the room. They'll sit and then they'll do something with their iPad.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to these kids basically huddled together. They were together. They were I mean, they were playing around. They were together. They were interacting. They were communicating. They were touching and watching,
Mm-hmm.
and they were
Mm-hmm.
basically exchanging knowledge. So it was because of this exchange of knowledge. It was because of this sharing of ideas and opinions. That is how they basically discovered the
Mm-hmm.
usage, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, this. So again, you can say another finding. I mean, they could actually disable a block that was installed by a
Mm-hmm.
Boston based researcher. And everything was done
Mm-hmm.
without a strict supervision or any kind of guidance or any kind of, supervision or asking from the adults,
Right.
right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, can we go to the question and see? Or, yeah, let's read this as well. See, they have drawn three tentative
Three
conclusions.
tentative conclusions.
Yes. So do you see the three plausible or possible, or you can say that the three most tentative conclusions. What are the three
Yeah.
most tentative conclusions? One is, no matter
No
how
matter
ill-
how remote
yes,
children
how
are.
remote the children are, or how illiterate the community is,
Mm.
they have the ability to figure out the sophisticated technology. That is one.
Right.
Technology is a potent self-learning tool, and kids should be given unrestricted freedom or unlimited, unfettered access to technology, which has become even more important than going to school.
Right.
So I think now this paragraph can
Mm.
actually help you answer the summarizing question, and this can also help you answer the first MCQ. See,
Okay.
what do the preliminary findings suggest to Matt Keller? So can you find this out from the options? This
Technology is not hard to understand as was thought.
is one. Work on the summarizing question now quickly. In fact, I think that the summarizing question is based on this paragraph, because if you look at this, although the research project is blank, it is possible to identify some preliminary findings. And this paragraph itself talks about the three tentative conclusions,
Right.
right?
Right.
Yeah. So, see,
So
let me take you to the paragraph,
yeah.
and you can work on it. Just
Can I take the screenshot of this?
did you take it? I told you to take it, no?
Okay. Let me
Acha,
see.
theek hai, yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I took it.
I'm not rushing, right? It's fine with
Right.
you?
You are not. Yes. It's fine.
Okay. चलो इसका आप बताओ मुझे ये. Look at the words. First, understand the meaning of every sentence, objective and goal of the sentence, and then try to. So even if the research project was something, but then there was some tentative conclusions, or there was some possible findings. So did you find it?
Mhm. Wait. Wait. Let me read
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Sure.
Mm. Yes. I still have much further to run. The research project is. Yes. So first, maybe in the first line, this experiment still has much further to run and has not been independently audited. So, although the research project is independent from the
The
answers,
research project is
first
not
one,
independent. It is saying, right, that has not been independently audited.
yep,
It is not independent.
yes,
What else? What else?
still has much further to run.
Yes.
The
Okay, if you're
research
not being
project
able
is,
to work on the first blank, don't get stuck. You can move on to the other.
no, I'm just the options there.
No, I mean, see, if you do not get stuck with the first one, move on to the next one. We can come back to the next one
Okay,
later.
okay. So the first is, no matter how remote children are, how little the ability to figure out sophisticated technology. Okay, so first the ability to dash the working of digital hardware and software systems. First the ability to um,
First, pick up a word from the paragraph, and then you have to find out the synonym from the block or the box.
to figure out sophisticated technology.
Figure out sophisticated technology. So here the answer should be figure out. The ability to
Yep,
figure out the workings of
yep.
digital hardware and software, right? Okay.
Right.
Seems not to
And
depend on
then,
levels of blank and nor on the experience. So if you see over here, illiterate their community and no matter
mhm,
how remote children. So I think level of remoteness or maybe level of literacy.
mhm, working of digital hardware
Yes.
and level of,
Level of remoteness or level of literacy.
yep.
Okay. So I think for 36th one, the answer should be C. C for Canada, literacy. Because it says that,
Mhm,
how illiterate their community is, regardless of that, they are working with the sophisticated technology. So that's
mhm,
fine. And then you have ability to figure out. So figure out, could be design, right? Design, design the workings, figure out and design. What do you say, Sanjeet? Figure out and design?
wait. I'm just checking here in the question. So we did, which was the answer? So not depending on the level of literacy, nor on the experimental using what more test with the challenge presented the village children behaved in a highly dash way. So we are working on 37th, right?
Yeah. No. We worked on 35 and 36. 35,
Yes.
we found out as figure out. So from the box,
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be design. Okay. And 36, levels of literacy. So from the box, it should
Yep.
be C, literacy. All right. Now,
Mm-hmm.
talking about 37, I don't think you would be getting the answer for 37 in this. We have to move on to the other paragraph. I am just trying to show you that how
Uh-huh.
sometimes different types of questions can be solved along with working on the passage.
Okay.
So it's not always that you have to skim the entire passage and then you have to go to the set of questions to answer. Sometimes
Right.
what you can do is you can work on the questions along with working on the passage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now
Okay.
work on this one. So we worked on 35 and 36 and we worked on the MCQ. That is
Mm-hmm.
38, right? Let's see
Right.
this paragraph now.
Just another one.
So they are giving a
Without
suggestion. They are saying that, instead of building schools and instead
an
of
argument.
investing a lot of money or, mobilizing funds to build infrastructure, labs
Mm-hmm.
and everything, you should basically give mobile phones and laptops to the children with
Mm-hmm.
self-teaching games.
Yep.
Okay, let's see this. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what happened?
So how did you make the note for the last paragraph?
Yeah, if you look at the last paragraph, see, if we look at, I mean, from here until here, they are talking about all good, all the
Yeah.
benefits, of, you can say, providing mobile
But
phones.
there was an argument as well in the suggestion.
This one, yeah,
Like many
yes,
people would dispute that.
yeah, this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it truly, I mean, would the poor people truly be able to reap the maximum dividends out of this modern technology? And then in this paragraph, they kind of say that, see, playing games or, learning alphabets, I mean, a child is learning A B C D E F G H, but is it the same as learning calculus? Is it the same as
No.
learning, Newton's laws in physics? So there's a wide
Mm-hmm.
difference between that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they are again casting a doubt and calling into question this whole exposure of children to technology, and they are saying that what is all this technology doing to our kids' neural networks, brain, and all that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's a second doubt. So this is doubt one, doubt two. But the last paragraph, it is kind of, acting, or it is trying to portray and reflect that there is some sense of consolation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as parents, I mean, as parents, we often, kind of suffer through parental guilt, when our kids or when our children or when we see any child, fiddling with mobile phones, right? We feel why he or
Mm-hmm.
she is wasting his or her time on mobile phones, rather he or she should go and, watch a cartoon on
Mm-hmm.
TV or maybe read something or something. But here the author is trying to say that now I am not, I mean, I don't feel guilty so much. Why? Because at least they are learning something
Mm-hmm.
from those devices, and it is definitely good and better in comparison to our generation, which is completely blind to the use of technology, which is
Mm-hmm.
completely paralyzed in terms of usage of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now again we are moving on to MCQs and seeing yeah, final paragraph. So what can we do?
Made her reevaluated her own attitude toward the no. Yeah, toward the mission. Yep. D.
What about 40?
Yeah. D.
Perfect. Okay. Summarizing, 37 and 34 was there. Let's look at 37. What's more, faced with the challenge presented by the computers, the village children behaved in a highly blank way, with leaders emerging.
Cooperative way.
Yes, yes,
Cooperative
all
way.
together, correct. So
Mm.
this is 37. Uh, this is 36. I think this is 35. Figure out. This was figure out. So decode.
Mm-hmm. Good.
34. Although the research project is blank, it is possible to identify. So is ongoing. Yes. So still further to go. Remember, still further to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Got it, right? It is still much further to go. See?
Mm. Still much better.
So the project is still running. It's not that the project
Yeah.
is
Ongoing.
completed
Yeah.
and and that is why they say that we have come up, or we have tentative conclusions. We have
Yes.
possible conclusions. We have plausible conclusions. Is
Mm-hmm.
that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So did you see? I mean, all that I was trying to help you understand is that as we are working on the passage, we can also do the question simultaneously, provided we keep a tab.
Yes.
So this will actually help you in saving up your time.
Okay.
So next time when you're working, when you're doing a particular passage and you see a combination of different questions coming up, try to figure out which
Mm-hmm.
question can be solved along with the passage. Not
Okay.
all types of questions can be solved along with the passage. Summarizing question, yes, it can be. Multiple choice, yes, it can be. Locating information in para, yes, it can be. List of headings, definitely.
Okay.
Getting it what I'm trying to say? So the whole idea
Yes.
of reading the entire passage and then working on the set of questions, you might find that a lot of time is getting You know, you're not being able to save up a lot of time. But if you do it in this way, but again, I'm telling you, not all questions, not all types of questions can be solved in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm closing this room, starting another one. We'll work on true, false, not given, and
Okay.
then white.